Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Mac. Great to have you here again. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I am going to be taking you through my shoulder workout today. So this workout pretty much focuses solely on the actual delt muscle, but I do like to train delts or throw at least some exercises that kind of implement utilizing the delts at least twice a week if I can, depending on how sore I am, but they are my favorite muscle to train, and I do see the most progress there, I think, when I do focus on them. So of course, just like anyone, you kind of like to focus on the positive. So today I will be taking you through that workout. Should take about 45 minutes or so, but without further ado, hope you enjoy. Let's go. All right, and here we are starting with a warm-up of 3 sets of 15, just some alternating raises. Where you go forward with one arm and then forward with the other. Try to keep a slight bend in the elbow so that you're not hurting your elbow or using the wrong muscles. After those 3 sets, we're going to move into a drop set of leaning rear delt flies, basically. So 4 sets total. The first set, you can start with whatever you can handle. You know, I'd never like to say a certain number as far as what you need to use for your dumbbells. I think I tried 20s and they were too hard. And I kind of looked like I was struggling a little bit. So it's not so important that you use a heavier weight, but you know, time under tension, or that you're actually using the muscles correctly and able to kind of squeeze and hold for a second, not even a full second, but just so you're activating the right muscles and not hurting any joints or anything like that. So I would recommend anywhere from starting with 15s, maybe starting with 12s. If you can and you're a beast, start with 20s. But 4 sets, so you work your way down, 10 reps each. From either 15, 12, 10, 5, or 20, 15, 12, 10, or whatever you can handle. Just kind of make it work for you. Just kind of showed you some different angles here. These aren't necessarily the exact weights I was using for each set, but by the end you should really feel those rear delts burning, which isn't a muscle that we generally activate using the stereotypical shoulder exercises that you think of, shoulder presses and that sort of thing. And by leaning on a bench like this, it does force you to kind of activate those muscles. Just pretend that you're squeezing a pencil between your shoulder blades. It kind of helps with that, squeezing that rear delt muscle, which is a little bit harder to activate, at least for me anyways. All right, so superset 1 is going to be 4 sets of 10 with each exercise. These are slow release lat raises. I prefer to hold for like half a second at the top. Use whatever weight's comfortable for you. Just remember, time under tension is more important than using huge amount of weight or too high of a weight for what you can handle. And then we move straight into, I don't even know what these are called, lat to front raises, I guess. I'm sure there's a technical term I'm just missing off the top of my head, but I should have probably dropped the weight actually on these now that I'm watching the form back, because I am swinging a little bit and using some more trap muscles than I would like to use. I mean, traps are fine for guys, but girls generally don't really want to have huge traps. So kind of the same thing here. This is your second superset, so just a seated shoulder press. Try to keep your elbows a little bit in front of you. And that helps to actually activate the shoulder muscle, and so that you're not using your lat muscles or too much of your back muscles. So if you keep your elbows a little bit in front of you, that helps with that. And then we move straight into round the worlds. I love this exercise. It really burns out the shoulder muscles and kind of activates all of those more minor muscles in between all of the more active muscles. So 10 of each of those exercises for 4 sets. This is superset number 2 of the total shoulder workout. So I definitely would recommend dropping the weight with these. It's just not a natural motion that a lot of us do with heavy weight. So use whatever you can handle. Usually shoulder presses are a little bit easier to go up in weight, 25, 30, even 35. I don't know how you're feeling that day, but just make sure that you're paying attention and focusing on form. That's the most important thing. You know, big weight's good, but if you're not doing the movement correctly, then you're probably hindering instead of helping. So this is the final set of Around the World. As you can see, you kind of keep your arms a little bit in front of you. You don't want to go too far out to the sides, but keep them in front of you and then bring them down close to your face and back around again. And even though these are only, I think, 5-pound weights at this point, you can see that I'm struggling to get all the way around. So, all right, superset number 3 then is going to be on Arnold press, because all of us ladies want to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, obviously. It's just a great movement, again, activating all of those muscles, secondary muscles that aren't always as active in some of the bigger movements. So, plus it helps with range of motion, flexibility, which in turn helps to lean out those muscles. So then with that, we're going to go straight into a reverse grip underhand raise, forward raise or forward press, whatever you want to say. And this can be done with a barbell. It's actually kind of easier with a barbell to stabilize, but if you don't have a barbell, then just use your dumbbells. So 4 sets of 10 of those, both of those back to back. And then finally, I just like to burn it out with a single arm row. So you can do a drop set, kind of start with the drop set like we did with those leaning rear delt flies, or you can just pick a weight and stick with it. I kind of like doing drop sets, as you can tell by all of my well dispersed pieces of equipment there. I kind of have dumbbells everywhere, but just with this is a pretty stereotypical move you see a lot of people do at the gym. Helps pop that booty out too, so but yeah, this is a good burnout exercise and hits those rear delts as well, so I like to end with that.